their athletes are merged with those from England, Wales, and Ireland to form Team Great Britain. And of course, we'll be waiting to see if the likes of Laura Muir will be in Team Great Britain for the Olympic Games. As you await for the start of the 1,500 meters. And I'm looking at Team Great Britain. I'm trying to look at the names that will be keenly watching. In the marathon, they have Philip Seseman, Mohammed, Emil Kaires, and of course Rose Harvey will be the lone representative in the athletics marathon team for Great Britain. Emil Kaires, of course, ran the second fastest time in British Marathon on April 21st with a time of 2 hours 6.46 seconds, 6 minutes 46 seconds. They have a very huge team in swimming and of course diving, a couple of events. Of course, Kenya also being represented in rugby, volleyball. We have fencing where we have one lone representative in Alexander Ndolo. Of course, weightlifting, boxing. Kenya, of course, not doing well in boxing and will not have a representative in Paris this time round. And of course, as we await for the athletes come out of the call room for the 1,500 meters, a race that has been dominated by Kenya, but specifically Faith Chepngetich Kipyegon. She burst into the scene in around 2010 when she ran the World Cross Country Championships barefoot. But you look at that transition and the consistency to this moment, then we have a story to tell about Faith.
Maybe before we talk about Faith, of course, I want to give a summary of how Kenyans have done so far in the 1,500 meters women race, which actually, the first time it took place was in 1972 at the Munich Games. That was 1972, and since 1972 up to, of course, that is Eliud Kipchoge being appreciated there by the fans. And of course, the first medal Kenya won was in 2008 through Nancy Langat. Nancy Langat bagged medal at the Beijing Games, of course, followed by two athletes, Ukrainians, Irina and Natalia. And then, of course, in 2012 at the London Games, we missed a medal. And of course, in 2016, the Rio Games, we had Faith Kipyegon winning ahead of Genzebe Dibaba, and then Jennifer Simpson coming third from the United States. 2020, Faith Kipyegon repeated by reclaiming her title, and that is when Laura Muir managed to big a silver medal. Then Sifan Hassan settled for bronze medal at the Games. Now it's 2024. Is Faith going to get the third title in this race? And of course, she has to run here today, and of course make the team so that she can be able to prepare for the task ahead. And as I said, it's not an easy task. The world is changing, and the people are running super fast. People are training really hard, and of course, after the team has been named, they will go to a residential training camp, probably maybe Kasarani. They've always been camping at Kasarani for so that they can be able to prepare for these events. And we expect a good performance this year. And as you can see, the 1,500 meters they are there. They've on the track already, and I think they are ready to go. Mulemi. They look vibrant, they look sharp, and they want to really go.
Of course, it's all about the bragging rights, of course, the tickets to Paris, and of course, entertainment. And it's going to happen here. Caroline Nyaga, Winnie Chebet, Miriam Cherop, Purity Chepkirui, Mary Ekiru, Nelly Chepchirchir, Edna Jebitok, and of course, Susan Lokayo Ejore, Faith Kipyegon, Miriam Akdag. So we are ready for the 1,500 meters. Remember, the world record holder is in the house. 3 minutes 50.72. Faith Kipyegon. She won the 5,000 meters on day one of these trials. That was yesterday here, ahead of Beatrice Chebet. But she's here and she wants to stamp her authority. She wants to do a double, and you can see from the far end on your right, she's there and she knows this is the day she wants to confirm her participation in Paris in the two events. But you've asked about consistency. We are like, yes, Faith is one person who takes care of her body in such a way that you rarely find her missing what her coaches and advisors tell her. And you look at even the mentors, Eliud Kipchoge, they've made and shaped her to become the global star she is. And apart from running, she likes also other sports.
Exactly. I think she's an Arsenal fan. And just watch how she is running today. I want you to watch her. I managed to talk to her after she broke the world record, and I want you to look at her hairstyle. She says that when she is running, she wants something simple that will not be heavy during her running time. So look at her hair. I also managed to talk to the salonist who normally does her hair, and she said that normally when she goes to the salon, she wants to do something simple that will make her win very easily. Because when you're going for a world record, nothing should distract you. You should be very light at that moment so that you can be able to record faster times. Yeah. So I will challenge even the viewers to look at her hairstyle, maybe compared to the other athletes. Of course, we are just talking about the world record holder here, and who is of course Faith Kipyegon. But of course, we have good athletes here running. Caroline Nyaga, Winnie Chebet, Miriam Cherop, Purity Chepkirui, Mary Ekiru, Nelly Chepchirchir, Edna Jebitok, Susan Lokayo Ejore, Faith Kipyegon, and Miriam Akdag from Turkey.
Of course, Miriam Akdag of Turkey, she'll be trying her luck here, and a battery of journalists just getting the photos ready, getting the final shots before the start of this race. Of course, we'll be looking forward to see what happens in this 3.5 lap race in the 1,500 meters, and all eyes will be on the likes of Caroline Nyaga, Faith Kipyegon, Edna Jebitok, and off they go, the 1,500 meters. And you look at this field, a very rich field here at the Nyayo National Stadium, and straight away Faith Kipyegon takes the mantle, and of course Edna Jebitok, another experienced runner there. Look at that is the lineup for this race, and of course Caroline Nyaga, Miriam Cherop, Purity Chepkirui, Ekiru, Chepchirchir, Jebitok, Lokayo Ejore, and of course Faith Kipyegon, who now takes that bend as they head towards the last 3 laps of this one. And you can see the simplicity in the hairstyle that Bernard Rotich was talking about as they come into this one with 3 laps to go. It is the 1,500 meters final, and it's all happening here at the Nyayo National Stadium. Faith Kipyegon, remember, she's the world record holder, she's the world champion, and she's the Olympic champion, and of course she'll be aiming to go for yet another Olympic crown in the 1,500 meters. She did it in Rio, she did it in Tokyo, and she wants to go for a hat-trick of Olympic titles in Paris. She looks to be in really good shape. And also just coming in is Mary Ekiru, currently in 4th place, and she'll be trying to see if she can actually qualify for that one. But then there is Nelly Chepchirchir, currently in 2nd place, as they negotiate that bend. 2.5 laps to go in this 1,500 meters. Edna Jebitok falling back just a little bit, and of course that is how it goes Faith Kipyegon being cheered by, of course, Eliud Kipchoge, who's also in the crowd, a couple of former athletes and, of course, current athletes in the crowd, and that is Faith Kipyegon as they take that bend as they complete the second lap of this one. 2 more to go, and of course, Bernard, you look at the tactical approach of this one.
Yeah, of course, I like how Faith is doing it from the front. She decided to run from the front. Remember, she's also seeking to qualify here to get that time. So I think that she had to run from the front and super fast. Nelly is there, of course, hanging behind her. Nelly trains in Kapsabet under the 2 running club. Then we have AJAABU, and then Edna Chebitok. I think these athletes they are athletes who are really doing well, and of course, but Faith has put the race on another class.
Of course, she set the bar so high that the likes of Nelly Chepchirchir will be trying to see if they can actually catch up and, of course, qualify for the Paris Olympics as Faith Kipyegon hits the bell. It's now the last lap in the 1,500 meters. Faith Kipyegon in the lead. Of course, Nelly Chepchirchir in second place. And of course, Edna Chebitok trying to catch up. It is now getting down to business. And Faith Kipyegon as clear as daylight as she negotiates that bend to the 200 meters. Faith Kipyegon, she looks to be in great shape. Don't forget, Nelly Chepchirchir trying really hard to stay in touch. Susan Lokayo Ejore, another very experienced 1,500 meters runner, currently in third. She'll be trying to see if she can actually beat that time. 4 minutes, 2.50 seconds is the standard qualification time. Of course, Faith Kipyegon is way ahead of the rest as she negotiates that bend towards the home stretch. And that is Faith Kipyegon who's coming to the home stretch. She's being ushered home by everyone in the stadium. They know that this is a global star. They know this is a world champion. They know this is the world record holder. They know that she's a double Olympic gold medalist over the 1,500 meters. Look at the time she's going to post. 3 minutes 54.9. 3 minutes, actually 3 minutes 54, and it is. She's enjoyed that. She's really enjoyed that, and you can see the celebrations. Faith Kipyegon, she's done it, and you can feel it. She can feel it, and the crowd can also feel it. We have a special talent in Faith.
Exactly, that's an official time, and that is what she was looking at. And you saw her crossing the line and pointing at that time because she really needed that. And of course, this is talent. This is purely talent, and as she has shown that. There's, of course, you can see her hugging a former 5,000 meters champion, Vivian Cheriot. She is congratulating the lady, and of course, that was super fast, and she almost ran 350. This is super. This is a good talent, and of course, we have to encourage and give these athletes more support so that they can be able to run in such a manner, because I think many athletes, when never given this support, they'll be able to do very well.
And of course, also with the husband in the crowd, it gives her even extra motivation. You've talked about the pocket rocket. The pocket rocket actually giving her words of encouragement. And of course, her coach Patrick Sang, the first to congratulate Faith Kipyegon. They know that she has something special, and of course, having shown that in the 5,000 meters, she's shown that she has every apparatus to make sure that gold comes back to Kenya in the 1,500 meters. And of course, we'll be waiting to hear what she has to say on the other side. I can't wait to hear what Faith has to say. I can't wait to hear what Nelly Chepchirchir has to say. But first of all, Charity is talking to Nelly Chepchirchir.
Thank you so much, Greg. Nelly, umekimbizana na Faith. It's been a dream come along for Paris Olympics. Ulikuwa umejitayarisha vipi?
Kwangu nilikuwa nimejitayarisha kuja kukimbia mzuri, nikate team Kenya niende ni represent championship in Olympic. And I thank God. Yani Mungu ndiye anisaidia mpaka nifika hapa. Pia nataka nimshukuru coach wangu Claudio kwa masisi amenifanyia, na mpaka sasa nimekuja kupata timu, nashukuru Mungu.
All the best. You speak English? Yeah. Okay. Ejore, move over here. How well have you prepared yourself coming here to Kenya today and competing?
Yeah, I already prepared. Earlier this year I ran standard, and I knew I was ready. So I've been putting so much work into this, and I'm so glad that I came here, executed, and came with position 3.
All the best.
Thank you.
We are also joined by Faith. Big time, a big announcement. 3 minutes 53.99 seconds. How are you feeling? How is your body responding to today's race?
I really thank God for running this fast today. It was my plan to see and execute and see what was possible today, and I really thank God I ran 3:53, which was not, I wanted to run 3:55, but it was surprisingly 3:53, so I'm really grateful and looking forward towards bright summer.
You've gauged your body during the 5,000 meters trials and today during the 1500 this was your fast track event. How do you feel now?
I'm really happy. I'm excited to be back on the track and execute this way, running so fast today. It was my plan to run fast 1500. I really fast race than 5,000 yesterday, but I really thank God I made the both. I won both, and I'm really grateful.
For when going back, what are you going to be focusing on?
I'm going to focus both speed endurance and speed, because I do both 5 and 15, and both needs endurance and speed. So I'm going to focus more on speed and endurance. Yes.
Thank you so much. That was the 1500 meter world record holder Faith Kipyegon saying that when she goes back to the camp, she's going to be focusing on the speed and endurance. And then she said that she's feeling great after competing yesterday in the 5,000 meters and today doing a massive time. She was targeting to compete 3 minutes and 55 seconds, but she was able to compete at 3 minutes 53.99 seconds. She's saying that she's feeling great and she's ready for the track. We also had Nelly finishing second to Faith, and she's saying that she's also happy to have made it to the team, and she's looking forward for her competing alongside Faith. And then at number 3 we had Susan Lokayo Ejore. Susan is saying that she doesn't train here in Kenya, but she had prepared herself well for the event. As we prepare for the 200 women final, we hand you over to Greg and Rotich as they analyze the coming team.
Just before the 200 meters begins, that is how Faith stylishly negotiated that corner. She looked so relaxed, and Bernard was like this. She can't do even a 3:49 if she wants to, because you look at how strong she is. This is her 3rd race of the season, and you look at how strong she is. The injury seems to have gone and cleared, and she seems to be very fit and ready to tackle the rest of the season. Look at the dramatists, and of course they are telling her, go for it, go. And when she crossed the finishing line in 3:53.99, she was very elated, and that is how it went in the 1,500 meters, signaling the end of that. And we have the 200 meters coming up. 5 competitors, in this one. Lucia William Morris of South Sudan, Diana Chebet, Estambagari, the national champion, Diana Aoko Owako, Lilian Nyanchoka Morara, yes, and of course 22.57 is the standard qualification time. So in lane number 2 will be Lucia Morris of South Sudan, Diana Chebet in lane number 3, Estambagari in lane number 3, Lilian Aoko in lane number 4, and Lois Morara in lane number 5. So we are ready for participants in this one. Of course, missing out is the lady from South Sudan, Lucia Williams. So we'll be cancelling her name. And right now it's confirmed that it will be Diana Chebet, Estambagari, Lilian Aoko Owako, and Lois Nyanchoka Morara. getting ready for the 200 meters women final. The second last event before we have a break. So Lucia Morris William confirmed she will not be taking part in this one. So in lane number 3 will be Diana Chebet, Esther Mbagari in lane number 4, Diana Auko in lane number 5, and Luis Nyanchoka Morara in lane number 6. So it is the 200 meters race that they have to make sure that at least each one of them attains 22.57 qualification time. Will Mbagari do it? And there you go, the 200 meters women final. Esther Mbagari seems to be fired up and looks at the clock, and of course she does 10 seconds in the 100 meters, and Luis Mbagari comes in very, very smoothly. Will she make it? It will be all about beating that time. Morara also from the outside coming really nicely, but Esther Mbagari, will she make it? 23.70, just misses out, and Luis Morara coming in second place. Mbagari seems to be disappointed. Her day will come, surely. One day it will come. She looks very dejected. The national champion in the 200 meters, Esther Mbagari, failing to attain that qualification time of 22.57, just missing by a whisker. And that signals the end of it. And that means that Esther Mbagari, who is the winner of this one, she will be trying to see if she can have one more chance of qualifying during the Africa Athletics Championships, Senior Athletics Championships, to be held in Douala at the end of this month. But that's Esther Mbagari steaming away from Morara and the rest of the field, coming past that Paris Tower, and of course winning the 200 meters in style, but just about missing out on 22.57. If you're joining us, that is the final of the 200 meters as we await for the men to come out and of course compete in this one. That will be happening in the next 10 minutes. And Daniel Kiviasi, Asamba, Moses Wasike, Onyango, Emmanuel Aboda, Ronald Kiprono, Samuel Chege Waweru, Weisman Were Muhobe, Mike Mokamba Nyangao, and Simani Regao. 20.16. That is the lineup for the 200 meters men final. Dan Kiviasi, Asamba, Moses Wasike, Onyango will be running in lane number 2. In lane number 3 will be Emmanuel Aboda of Uganda. Ronald Kiprono in lane number 4. Samuel Chege in lane number 5. Weisman Were, who's already qualified for the games in the 400 hurdles. And Mike Mokamba Nyangao in lane number 7. Simani Regao will be in lane number 8. That will be coming up shortly before the break. And we'll be looking forward to see what happens. But of course, just a few tidbits of what has been happening. And Bernard, of course, you have something to talk about as we look forward to the 200 meters men final.
Yeah, thank you, Mulemi. It has been a good morning so far, and of course, as we head to the last event this morning, we have seen athletes doing very well here, and of course, Faith making it to in 1500 meters. I must say she's still at the top. She's still leading, and we expect a very competitive race. Of course, I've seen also Julia Siego has finished the javelin part. I don't know if he has qualified, but of course, as we wait for Charity to talk to Julia Siego, I want to say that since the Olympic Games started in, there is a recap of 1500 meters. Since the Olympic Games started, we have seen only two athletes. That is Tatiana Kazakina from Soviet Union. She won in 1976 and 1980 gold medals. And then of course Faith Kipyego 2016 and 2021 will she be the first athlete to win the third title maybe and become the first athlete to win 3 times. So maybe let's wait and see, maybe as she prepares to go and compete at the Paris Games next month. Maybe as we wait, I will wait for Charity to talk to the YouTube Julia Siego. We are waiting for the final morning session of the 200 meters. race where Dan Kiviasi, Moses Wasike Onyango, Emmanuel Aboda, Ronald Kiprono, Samuel Chege Waweru, Westman Were, Mike Mokamba Nyangao, and Simon Regao will be battling it out for this event. Of course, the qualification time is 2016. I think Charity, are you ready? We are waiting for Charity to take over and talk to YouTube. That is Julius Yego. Over to you, Charity.
Thank you so much, Bernard Rotich. We are here joined by Julius Yego, the Rio 2016 silver medalist. Yego, it's been a tough journey for you for your third Olympics. How well are you prepared for the qualification?
Yes, I think I've prepared well. Just that, the performance is not pleasing at the moment. Like today was, I think, poor results. But then, you accept it as a competitor, as a sportsman. Sometimes you're doing well, sometimes you're doing bad. So I think today was that worst day. But then, I don't dwell on that. It's gone now. I focus on what is ahead of me. I think I have another competition just before the African Championship, so I still have time to try to improve on my performance.
What are you going to be working on specifically during your training?
Basically, it's all about technique. Technique and speed is what I'm focusing on at the moment. And I think today the body did not respond. So because the last 2 weeks I've been doing a very good training, and I expected better performance, but then that's what happened. Yeah.
Thank you so much, and all the best.
Thank you.
That was Julius Yego. He's a bit disappointed for his performance. He was hoping that today he'll be able to qualify, but he said that he has one more event before going for the Africa Championship, and he's hopeful that he'll be able to make it for the qualifying time, that is by the deadline of the 30th June. Over to you to Mulemi and Rotich.
As we get ready for the 200 meters men final, of course, see 8 participants in this one. You can see missing is lane number 1, Daniel Kiviasi will not be taking part in this one. So we have lane number 2, Moses Wasike. Emmanuel Aboda in lane number 3, Ronald Kiprono in lane number 4, Samuel Chege, of course the favorite in this one, in lane number 5. Lane number 6 missing, so Westman Were will not be taking part in this final. Mike Mokamba also missing in this one, so Simani Regao will be in lane number 8. So Kiviasi, Were, Nyangao all out in this one, so it will be a final of 5. Moses Wasike in lane number 2, Emmanuel Aboda in lane number 3, Ronald Kiprono in lane number 4, Samuel Chege Waweru in lane number 5, and Simani Regao in lane number 8. 20.16 is the time to beat. And off they go smoothly. Hiccups not available this time, but Samuel Chege comes really strongly. The man from KDF looks really strong. He knows he has 20.16 to take care of. He blasts away from the rest. He's being cheered on. Samuel Chege, what time will he clock? 20.62, unofficial time, of course. He's really run a race of his life, this man, Samuel Chege. He looks to be in the form of his life, but of course we'll be waiting to see if that makes him go to Paris. 20.62, unofficial time, of course, and just see how well he was composed for this one. He looked to be in great shape, this man. And of course Simani Regao also coming in from the outside in lane number 8, and nicely they went as they burst through in the first 100 meters, and you can see the style of running from Mr. Chege. Very composed. He negotiated that bend really well. Simani Rego tried really hard. Emmanuel Aboda coming from the outside. He knew that he had a chance also, but then Samuel Chege steaming away from the rest. Ronald Kiprono tried really hard to ensure that he stayed in touching distance, but it was not going to be possible with Chege coming in strongly, but then just missing by a millimeter over second to make it to Paris. Of course, we'll be confirming the times in a bit, but 20.62 is the time posted by Samuel Chege, the national champion in the 200 meters. He stamped his authority here in the trials, and of course, we'll be waiting to see if at all he made it, and the crowd loved it, of course.
Okay, over to you, Charity. Charity, take it over. Charity, you can take it over.
Thank you so much, Rotich. I'm joined here by Aboda from Uganda. Aboda, how was the race for you?
Yeah, the race was a little bit okay. Yeah, though the preparation for it wasn't that fine. Yeah, everything was a rush, so I wasn't prepared mentally and physically for the challenge. Though, yeah, it's just what I got. I'm not that happy with it, but I'm okay for the process.
So much. I'm also joined by Waweru. Waweru, preparation yako tumekuwa nayo kuanzia track and field meet tukianza. How hard have you prepared for the ticket for the Paris Olympics?
Okay, I've been dreaming for the Olympic for the last 1 year, but I'm thankful to God because I've been doing sub 21 seconds. So, and I'm happy with my progress.
You're going to be patiently waiting until you do for the World Championship, or you have another event in between June?
Yes, the next event is African Championship, which will be happening in Cameroon. So going there, this is the part of the build-up. So going there, I'm going to run well. Yeah.
All the best and congratulations. That was Samuel Chege Waweru and Arot from Uganda. They have just finished the 200 meter final, but though they have not qualified, Waweru is hoping that he will be able to do something during the Africa Championship. He's saying that he's happy with the progress in his training. He's been doing sub 21 throughout the season, and he's going to be patient and wait for the time for the qualifying, for his body to respond well until he's able to qualify maybe for the Olympics, or if it doesn't make it for the Olympics, the World Championship is also coming up next year. Over to you, to Rotich and Mlemi.
Thank you, Charity. Maybe a recap of that race. Of course, Waweru tried his best, but he needs some few, is it called milliseconds? And of course, the season, if you look at the times that people are running, the first athlete this season has 1967. Of course, that is Kenneth Bednarek from USA. And then we have Courtney Lindsay, who has done 1971. Letsile Tebogo is actually also the second athlete, having ran the same time, 1971. And then, of course, fourth is Tarsis Gracious Orogot used to train here in Nairobi before he went abroad to further his studies. As of course, he trains at the same time. Then we have Noah Lyles with 1977. Makarau from Zimbabwe, 1993. I'm surprised Zimbabwe is doing very well. I think it's the altitude that we were talking about. Then we have Bahamas athlete Wanya Mkoi, that is 1993. And then we have Cote d'Ivoire athlete Chekna Traore, 1993. And then Zimbabwe again, Charamba, who is the 9th overall this season with 1995. These athletes, it will be fire at the Olympic Games. So for the Kenyan athletes, we still have some work to do so that we can be able to make even the top 20 athletes worldwide this season.
Looking at Zimbabwe having two sprinters in the 200 meters top 10, Botswana having one, Cote d'Ivoire having another one. Africa is no joke. And of course, Africa is no joke because you also are waiting to see who will join Ferdinand Omanyala in the 100 meters, the second last event of the day here. And right now we have a break. Of course, it's been a very wonderful morning session here at the Nyayo National Stadium, where we brought you a couple of races, including the 1,500 meters and the 200 meters. We'll be taking a short break. We'll be back at
Thank you, fantastic. I have many gentlemen here, but they refuse to come out of that room there. I have another lady who lives there. She scored many times. She's a winner of 4 times New York Marathon. 4 times. Now, look at the gentleman here. This is Douglas Paul.
Thank you so much. I'd like to read out the official result for the 200 meter relay. I'd like you to continue with it. 200 meter relay. In first place, Tommy was second with a time of 22:61. Ronald in second position with a time of 21:26. Emmanuel Azola with a time of 21:37 in position B. In position 4, Moses Alcance with a time of 21:51. Imani Kirao in position 5 with a time of 21:44. Dana Samba was a very Kamba with North Star. And these are also the official results for the 210 women. In first position, Esther Bagari with a time of 23:69. In second position, Lois Nanchota Morara with a time of 24:39. In third position, Vivian Diana Alukomo Wako with a time of 24:6. In fourth position, Diana Schmidt with a time of 25:42. Those are the official results of the 200 men and women. Thank you.
My name is Kirill Sassy. So once again, let's just continue, ladies and gentlemen. This is gentleman, Douglas Paul. Douglas Paul. He's my friend. We made the same WhatsApp group in an amazing athletics group. Douglas Paul. He was the first winner of any international marathon. The first winner of any international marathon. The first winner of any international marathon. He won London in 1989. And in 1987, he was the world champion in the marathon in Rome, Italy. When President Daniel Arap Moi was at the stadium when he was coming in. And it was also in 1982 Olympics, he won a silver behind an amazing Italian. I want you to say something. How are you? First is to thank you for coming to the spectator of the trials. I believe my team will do the best and you will be sharing them on. As you heard, the name is Douglas for you. I won the 1987 World Championship, past 10 medal of the marathon, 88 silver Olympics in Korea, 89 London, 90 Common Games in Switzerland, and 1995 I won the World Cup in Athletics. And thank you for really sharing us. Thank you. Thank you once again, Douglas. So ladies and gentlemen, we will look for these champions. When we support them, we will get them to you. There's another gentleman here. I just want you to say Jambo. This guy here is my friend. I want you to say Jambo. Say Jambo to Kiputaya. I'm here to welcome. As Sante, Kiputaya was the winner of 3rd place in Boston Marathon. He was the winner of Marathon 200 in Boston. once again, ladies and gentlemen, the next event very quickly is coming up. The men's 800 meters. 800 meters. We want to give you very quickly the program is coming up. The next session is all finals as we continue to appreciate some of the visitors who have come here. Nelson Kwech, Mashiniwa, MP for Belgut, Nelson Kwech, Mohamed Damat, former MP, Mashiniwa. I want to appreciate all of them. Many great time she's leading a host for some amazing runners who are here, including Eliud Kipchoge, the first man to run the marathon under 2 hours. So everything is going to be a final, and very slowly we're winding up. We want to appreciate everybody who has come to the stadium to make sure that we have a good championship and a good team. Here they come, 800 meters men, an amazing lineup. An amazing lineup, men's 800 meters. There we go. Remember, to make the winner team is almost impossible. Only the first two will automatically make a team, and the third runner will be selected by a panel of selectors. Right there, wearing all yellow, Emmanuel Wanyoni, one of the fastest men of the year. Emmanuel Wanyoni. So ladies and gentlemen, take your seats. Kenyan man is there, the man from the Masailand, Kenyan man. We want to appreciate all of them. Appreciate everybody who has come to the stadium. The 800 meters video is a full house, and we will kindly ask for silence as we move closer to
May I see the rest of the 800 meters?
That's Aaron Pene Cheminingwa. Aaron Pene Cheminingwa, the tall gentleman right in front of us. Aaron Pene Cheminingwa. The man from Mount Elgon, Alex Neno Pimatich, Kenya Prison Service, Emmanuel Wanyoni, wearing all yellow.
A good afternoon, viewers. Of course, this is the second part of this event, the afternoon part, of course, after a health break. We have 800 meters final, and the start list is, as you can see, we have Kevin Kimtai, Festus Lagat, Nicholas Kiplangat Kebenei, Laban Chepkony, Alex Ngeno Kipngetich, Wycliffe Kinyamal, Kaitatoi Kidali, Aaron Kemeche Miningwa, of course Emmanuel Wanyonyi, and Collins Kipruto. Remember, yesterday we had an incident where the athletes, two athletes, of course, tripped themselves, and they almost, of course, Wanyonyi fell down, but after an appeal, he was allowed to compete today. And of course, both of them are in lane 8, Collins and Emmanuel Wanyonyi. It will be a fast race. It will be a fascinating race, and of course, we will see how the events will unfold. Of course, 800 meters is a super, it's just two laps and the race is done. And of course, for an athlete, you have to give your best. We want to see how they will do in the first lap. If they will cross, I guess they will be crossing the first lap with I think up 52-53 seconds. So as we wait, of course we have Emmanuel Wanyonyi, Wycliffe Kinyamal. Wycliffe Kinyamal is a two-time Commonwealth champion, and then we have Alex Ngeno, who is a former, of course, the former World Under-20 silver medalist, and it's a rich field. It's a rich field. Silence for this. And of course, off they go very well. As you can see, Wanyonyi in yellow wants to be in front. Of course, Kinyamal has taken the lead in that order. And of course, there is Alex Ngeno. Wanyonyi trying to take control of the race. Now he's just ahead of the pack. It would be a fast race, of course. Now Wanyonyi taking control of the race with his comfortable pace that he is able to control the chasing pack. We have Kinyamal in tow. Of course, there is Alex Ngeno, Cheminingwa, and right behind is Collins. Wow, that is super fast. The first lap they have done 42 as I had predicted, of course. And let's wait and see what will happen in the last 200 meters. As you've seen, they've now started sprinting, and Wanyonyi is still leading. Will he have the best to hold until the finish line? Remember, they have to qualify. Qualification mark here is for the 800 meters is 1:44.17. And the stadium is up, everybody is up, waiting to see what happens. And Wanyonyi is coming home as the leader, Kinyamal in tow. And of course, it's Wanyonyi crossing the line fast with 1:41.71. This must be his personal best, and of course, I think it's a world lead. Wow, this is amazing. This is amazing, and I must, of course, it's not official. The time is not official, of course, but I think this is a world lead. The former world lead had 1:43.23, but Wanyonyi has done 1:41.27. This is super amazing. This is a world lead. Wow. Of course, he's so happy, and of course, he has removed his vest. Very happy about the happenings here. The stadium, everybody is up, standing, cheering Wanyonyi. This is, I must say that this is a world lead, because having the previous world lead was 1:43.23 by an Algerian, Jamel Sejati, who clocked this time at the Olympic Stadium in Stockholm, Sweden, in June, 2nd June, actually this month. And seeing Wanyonyi running 1:41, that is actually a world lead time. Of course, we are waiting for the official results and see what he managed to clock. This is fascinating. Indeed, it was a fast race. And I think Wanyonyi was just trying to be careful on what happened yesterday, because he ran from behind, and by the time he was reacting, they tripped and fell down. But today he decided to run at the front. Look at how it was. Kinyamal right there at the back in tow. Ngeno trying to, of course, he's there being appreciated by fans. The National Olympics Committee President, of course, Tergat is here. Athletics Kenya President Jack Tuwe is here. That is Emmanuel and Kinyamal. This is really amazing. This is amazing. Well, that was 800 meters for you, and I think going to the Olympic Games, it will be a tough race. Of course, Kenya is seeking to defend its title that was won by Emmanuel Wanyonyi, who managed to win in 2021 at the 2020 Olympics. Then, of course, he went ahead to win also the World Championships in Oregon. And today we have seen what Wanyonyi has really done after getting another chance since he fell down yesterday. Wanyonyi trains under the 2 running club in Kapsabet under coach Claudio Berardelli, of course, and that was being, after she was being handled by Janet before, of course, handing over to Claudio Berardelli. And Wanyonyi has shown tremendous improvement in athletics. Of course, you remember he also won the under 20 in Nairobi in 2021, the under 20 championships, where he ran very well and brought home the medal. This will be his first time in the Olympic Games, and going forward, I think he has to do some more training and finalize ahead of the Games. Let me wait for you.
Nafurahi sana kupata tiketi ya kwenda pale Paris. Nimetafuta kwa miaka mingi. This is the second Olympic so I'm very happy. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'm also joined by Emmanuel Wanyonyi. Emmanuel Wanyonyi, massive time at high altitude, 1 minute 41.71. How did it feel when you compete?
I feel poa sana kukimbia hivyo. Nimeona mwili uko prepared. Nilanda lesson jana kwenye niliangushwa. So sikutaka kurudia makosa tena. Yeah.
Considering ile time umeweza kukimbia pa high altitude, what's your prediction? Ukirudi tena na plus plan yako ya mazoezi?
Naona naenda kuimprove na coach. Tuone mahali shida yako, alafu nimeona niko sawa kabisa kule Paris. Naenda kufanya vizuri na expect any medal kwa Paris. Train poa. Naona litakuwa what next.
All the best and congratulations.
Thanks.
That was the first one was Wycliffe Kinyamal, the 2-time Commonwealth champion. He's made his ticket for the Paris Olympics Games, and he's hoping that he's going to be also among the medalists. And then we also had Emmanuel Wanyonyi. Wanyonyi yesterday was tripped by Collins Kipruto during the race, but he managed to appeal, and also Collins appealed. They were given both yellow cards, but were given given a go-ahead to compete today. And that was a lesson enough for Wanyonyi, for him to be able to compete at the front. I do want the same mistake being done again. I think that is what pushed him to be able to compete at 1 minute 41.71 seconds. Over to you, to Greg and Rotich on the other side.
Thank you, Charity. That was Charity talking to the 2 athletes. Wycliffe Kinyamal, of course, Wycliffe Kinyamal trains at the Global Sports Communication, of course, again in Kaptagat. These are the training mates of Eliud Kipchoge and, of course, Faith Kipyegon. Also, we have Emmanuel Wanyonyi, who has just run a very fast race today here, and he has managed to run 1:41, I think 1:41.27, winning the race, and of course making a cut to the Olympic Games. And of course, as we wait Charity to interview the athlete, that is what we've been able to see today. That is quite a toy, I think so. So it has been a very nice race. Of course, Wanyonyi was running from the front, trying to avoid what happened yesterday when he fell down, and of course getting a second chance to compete again. It was good. Over to you, Charity. Charity, over to you. Go ahead, Charity.
I'm also joined here by
Kidali.
Kidali. Kidali, how does it feel for you qualifying for your first Olympics?
It feels good. 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 It feels good
Kenya.
is a big achievement for me, and I thank God because I will done. Yes.
Ukirudi kwa kambi, you're expected to report any time now for the camp for the Paris. What are you going to be working on?
I hope I will be good. I will be done good, and I appreciate my effort. Yes.
All the best and congratulations.
Thank you.
That was Katatoi Kidali. He is happy that he's made it for his first Olympics, and he's hoping that he'll be able to have a good run and also be among the finalists at the Paris Olympics game. Over to you, to Rotich and Mulemi on the other side as we prepare for the other list. The fans are already here. They're singing for Wanyonyi. Maybe we talk to some of them. We hear what they're going to say.
Wind was in her favor, then it will be something else. But Esther Mbagari once again reigning supreme in this one, as you can see, Bernard.
Yeah, I think Mbagari has run an impressive race here, missing slightly in 200 meters, again in 100 meters. I think if she can get another chance, maybe a race somewhere, it will be good also to see an athlete competing in the 100 meters in the Olympic Games in the women category. As you can see, she started off well at the blocks, and off they go. You see, she was way ahead of the others, and of course the South Sudanese lady is also good. She really gave her a lot of pressure, and that I think that is why she managed to. You also see Doreen Walker was way ahead before Zephania now overtook her, and she now became the third athlete. I think we need a little bit exposure for these sprinters athletes so that they can be able to get these qualifying times. What do you think?
Definitely. But Mbagari, look at her, she's still 24, still has a lot of years ahead of her. She still has the experience to gain, and of course she's shown she's capable of ensuring that everything goes her way in the coming years. But we switch off to the men competition. This is where we will see what's going to happen. The 100 meters men final, Pius Adome, Sylvester Simiyu, Hesbon Ochieng, Ferdinand Omanyala, Meshak Babu, Marco Tieno, Tyson Juma, and Benson Okot. It is the 100 meters men final. Of course, Ferdinand Omanyala already booked a ticket to the Paris Olympics, but then the likes of Marco Tieno, Tyson Omondi, Benson Okot, Ferdinand Omanyala, Sylvester Simiyu, Pius Adome, the two Ugandans with Benson Okot will be here trying out to see if they can attain at least 10.00 seconds and make it to their respective teams for the Paris Olympics. But it is going to be answered just in a bit as they walk down the track. Pius Adome will be running in lane number 1. Sylvester Simiyu will be running in lane number 2. Hesbon Ochieng will be running in lane number 3. And that man, Ferdinand Omanyala, will be running in lane number 4. The Africa's fastest man, 9.87, is the time that he posted a couple of years ago at the Kip Keino Classic at the Kasarani Stadium, of course, to break Akani Simbine's world African record in the 100 meters. That is Ferdinand Omanyala and Marco Tieno jogging toe to toe. Remember, in the 2020 Olympics, they walked as brothers to Tokyo, and right now, I'm sure Ferdinand will be hoping to carry Marco Tieno, who's just back, to attaining at least 10.00 and make it to Paris. And that man on your screen, of course, that is Benson Okot and Pius Adome. The two Ugandans are here also to try out and see if they can make it to Team Paris. But that man, Ferdinand Omanyala, who has been running in lane number 4 yesterday in the semi-finals, of course, you saw what he did. He was just way better than the rest, breaking away and ensuring that he was clear to finish his race in 10.30, which some people were questioning his timings, but it was like, yes, we are taking things differently this year, and that's the message that he sent to the public and of course the athletics world. And the other day I was listening to Justin Gatlin, who was talking to Ferdinand Omanyala. He was like, how comes you're not doing the 9.8s, the 9.9s, the 9.7s? Of course, he's never done a 9.7. He was like, yeah, we know we are doing things differently. We are taking a different approach. It seems to be working because you look at his consistency right now. He looks more fresher. He looks more reserved and more mature when handling pressure.
Yeah, that's true. He looks very mature. And of course, let me take maybe the viewers through who is leading this season. Of course, we have Sevilla, who ran the other day 9.82 from Jamaica, and then we have Noah Lyles, who was 9.85 this season. Shayna Montaya from Cuba ran 9.90, is third this season, and of course we have Christian Miller, who is fourth with 9.93, and it's the lineup here is really people have run faster times. And of course, our very own Ferdinand Omanyala is in 13th position, having run 9.98 at the Hayward Field in Eugene, Oregon in May. So we expect, of course, when these athletes go to the Olympics, we expect a tough competition there because everybody is running so well. So of course you can see Ferdinand Omanyala has a personal best of 9.77, and of course this season is his season best. It's 9.98. Can we see an improvement here today?
He might actually try to push these other athletes. Of course, we are looking at the likes of Meshach Babu, the national champion in the 100 meters, and of course Marco Tieno. Ferdinand might just as well try to push them, and of course we've witnessed what Wanyonyi has done here today. Wanyonyi has actually ran the third fastest time in the 800 meters. Of course, David Rich and Wilson Kipketer are the only athletes who have actually managed to run faster than Wanyonyi, and that shows you that maybe today is the perfect weather for everybody. The two Ugandans running in lane number 1 and number 8 will also be trying to, let's say, sandwich the Kenyans and hope to cause an upset here in the 100 meters. Marco Tieno will be running in lane number 6 in a Kenyan gear. Ferdinand Omanyala, of course, and that is Tyson Juma. That is Tyson Juma, born in 1999, 10.54. Coming into this one. That is Marco Tieno, 10.26, the fastest time coming into this final. Second fastest time, of course, that is Marco Diambo. That is Meshach Babu, the national champion in the 100 meters 3 weeks ago at the Ulinzi complex. And that in lane number 4, the Africa's fastest man, African record holder, and of course the Commonwealth champion, Ferdinand Omanyala. 9.77 is of his record, of course, and coming into this one, he posted 10.09 in the semi-final. The most experienced runner in the fields, Hesbon Ochieng, 10.44 this year. Sylvester Simiyu, 10.58. This young man knows what it takes to run the 100 meters. And of course, from Uganda, Pius Adome, 10.70. He'll be hoping to cause an upset to the Kenyans and also book a place to the Paris Olympics in the 100 meters. And that's the lineup for the 100 meters, the men final. It's ready to happen here at the Nyayo National Stadium. We are ready to rumble, we are ready for action, and of course we are ready to sprint. So stay calm. Ferdinand Omanyala, Marco Tieno, Meshach Babu, Pius Adomes, Hesbon Ochieng, Marco Tieno, Tyson Omondi Juma, Benson Okot, Sylvester Simiyu. And off we go, and straight away Ferdinand Omanyala just gets off the block nicely. It is Ferdinand Omanyala, and 9.80. improves on his time. Ferdinand Omanyala to clinch the 100 meters here, and he said better things are yet to come. Bernard, this has been pulsating. Look at him, he's now doing that famous lap of honor. Ferdinand Omanyala, he's posted his personal best, 9.80, 0.03 seconds shy of his own African record.
That's true. As I said, he said earlier that this year is doing things differently. Want to pick at the right time when he's almost getting to the Olympics, and running 9.80 was super fast for him. I hope we are still waiting for time, but I hope also Mark has qualified for that, because I think Mark finished second. So of course Ferdinand has won, and I think he will be joined by Mark Otieno. We are still waiting for time, and this is what it was good. He has done like Wanyonyi has done in 800 meters.
I tell you, today in Nairobi, Nyayo National Stadium is fireworks. The Nyayo National Stadium today has produced some of the best times in this one, and you look at how Omanyala and of course his compatriot Mark Otieno, they've been doing great things over the years. They went to Tokyo together, and they'll be hoping to go to Paris together in the 100 meters. Look at them right now jogging and saluting the crowd, showing everybody the appreciation that they've always given them. Mark Otieno, of course, repaying his fans for being patient with him over the years. It's been very difficult for him, and right now he is, of course, hoping to be in that team to Paris. And you look at how he performed. Of course, Ferdinand Omanyala in great shape, of course, having run in Jamaica, just finished third behind Noah Lyles, and of course the winner Akim Blake came here and he said that he knows what it takes to win a championships after tripping not once but twice in the Olympics in Tokyo, and then coming back and of course redeeming himself in the Commonwealth Games after the World Athletics Championships in Oregon just slightly over 2 years ago. And now he's saluting the crowd. 9.80, of course the unofficial time, we'll be confirming that, but straight away look at how he got off the blocks. When he lifted his head, he knew that he was day clear of the rest. Hezbollah Cheng tried really hard, but then look at Mark Otieno. The acceleration of this man, the 29-year-old, was just way out of this world. 9.80. Mark Otieno finishing second. The national champion Meshach Babu coming in third, and just showing that he did not just win that national championship by fluke, but again he was on top of his game at the Ulinzi complex 3 weeks ago. Right now it's all about Omanyala, Mark Otieno and Meshach Babu. Is it 2 or 3 who actually joins Ferdinand Omanyala in Paris?
And of course, as we wait for Charity, to take over, what I can say is Omanyala has shown a tremendous improvement this season. Of course, they are being cheered there by fans ahead of the small tower. There's a small Paris tower there. Of course, I think that is his son. That is the son, great, saying hi. That's the children. They're so happy to say hi to him after a good performance. Everybody is happy because of what he has done today. And do you think this inspires maybe the upcoming sprinters, maybe that it is possible to do it?
He's always said it time and time again that family comes first, and everything that he's doing is doing it for the family. Mark Otieno also with the family there, and it is something that really inspires the likes of Ferdinand Omanyala. And you look at how he's well controlled this race. You're like, this man is ready. I think Paris is ready to accommodate any medal from Ferdinand Omanyala, because you look at him. I remember Noah Lyles after the Adidas run in Jamaica. Noah Lyles was like, let's see what you can do in Paris, but then he's given him the answer, because he's run the second fastest time in the world this year. I'll be confirming that in a bit, because I look at Trayvon Bromell has also done a 9.80, and yes, I'm just confirming Akim Blake actually has the first it is oblique severe 9.82 now. Before we get the official timings, Ferdinand Omanyala has run the fastest time in the 100 meters this year. So that is what we have at the moment. Of course, we'll be looking at the permutations and everything that happens. You look at that man, he's already done a 9.80. He seems to be in great shape. He loves this track. He loves Kenya. He loves the crowd. He says that the crowd always drives him, and that is something that we see. And of course, you look at Ezekiel Kemboi giving him a actually telling him that, oh man, you've done it.
It's been quite a journey for you coming
We've
back
never gone with you to any championship, but this one, I think you are able to bring a medal home in the 100 meters. I did it in the steeplechase. I did it a couple of times in the World Championships and the Olympics and everything. But then I hand you over to Charity, who will be speaking to Marco Chen, who finished second in the 100 meters.
I was there in 2016, so in 2021, and now 2024. So the Olympic dream is still not done, and I still believe that God can still do something.
We have the African Championships coming up. What's going to be your approach to ensure at least you also book a ticket? We'd like to see you in Paris.
Yes, I would love to be in Paris. It's not over until it's over, but I enjoyed today's race, and yeah, we really pushed well with Ferdinand, and I'm really glad that he got one lead, and all is well.
Thank you so much, Mark. That was Mark Otieno. Mark, he's been really working hard to try and qualify and join Omanyala in the 100 meters. As we wait for Omanyala to come, as we wait for Omanyala to finish up with the interview, Omanyala has been 9.80 seconds race, and is for sure we're waiting to hear if he enjoyed the race and what is going to be his plan after he's been competing for quite a season. He's been doing
waiting for confirmation of Ferdinand's time. And of course, we're waiting to hear what Ferdinand has to say about this. Of course, he's been crowned. I remember the last time I saw this was before the trials for the 2012 London Olympics. I remember
today was all about just executing the race well.
But then Ferdinand Omanyala is speaking to Charity.
I'm happy that the execution came out so well. I got it yesterday, so today was just perfecting it and pushing it to the end. So this should be a warning to so many sprinters out here right now, because when I pick so well. So I'm happy that it's coming at this time. Just a month and a half, less than a month and a half to the Olympics. That's our target.
Going back, what are you going to be focusing on in training, perhaps?
Like I said, we did not do much, so now we're just going to push it a bit more, and we are hoping for a very good time at the Olympics.
Thank you. That is a Commonwealth Games champion and two-time African champion Ferdinand Omanyala saying that he's happy that his body has peaked at the right time, and he's hoping that he's going to be having a good performance. And we also had earlier on Mark Odhiambo, he's saying that he's looking forward for the Africa Championship in Cameroon, and he thinks that he'll be able to put a good time in. Over to you, to Mulemi and Rotich, as we prepare for the 3,000 meter steeplechase race.
Thank you, Charity. Some entertaining here from the Isukuti dancers, the entertaining fans here who've flocked to this place. Of course, people are running away from the terraces because of the sun, and they flocked this other side where the stadium has a canopy. And it has been entertaining. Of course, we are now getting ready for the 3,000 meters steeplechase. Wilberforce Kones, Elfas Ndiwa, Philip Korir, Conseslus Kipruta, Amos Kirui, Wesley Langat, Matthew Kosgei, Kirwa Joffrey Kipkemoy, Benjamin Kigen, Edmond Seren, Simon Kiprop-Koech, Leonard Chemutai, Leonard Kipkemboy Bet, and Abraham Kibiwat, of course, and Amos Serem. Actually, we have siblings here running here today. That is Edmond Serem and Amos Serem, who are competing in this race. And of course, Amos Serem again and Edmond, they come from the same management with Faith Kipyegon, that is the global. So we want to see if they will be able to also make the team here. But of course, we are waiting to see what will happen and what will unfold. Wilberforce Kones, Elfas Ndiwa comes from Uganda, Philip Korir, Conseslus Kipruta, Amos Kirui, Wesley Langat, Matthew Kosgei, Kirwa Geoffrey Kipkemoy, Benjamin Kigen, Edmond Serem, Simon Kiprop-Koech, Leonard Chemutai, Leonard Bed, Amos Serem, and of course Abraham Kibiwat. We have two Ugandans, Elfas Ndiwa and Leonard Chemutai. Of course, they're also seeking to qualify for the games, and of course they came to Kenya to compete, because I think Uganda also has a problem with the stadium, so there are no stadiums to qualify for these games, and they were forced to come to Kenya. Let's wait and see how the race will go. Of course, we are looking at Conseslus Kipruta, who is making a comeback. He has been out for a very long time because of injury for a long period.
And this is a race that Kenya will be aiming to reclaim gold after losing it in Tokyo in the year 2020. And we look at the two brothers, the Serem brothers, who will be the focus of attention in this one. And of course, Benjamin Keegan, very experienced, coming into this one. Wesley Langat, Simon Kipkoech.
9.7.
Thank you. And just before we begin, the win is okay, of course, for the 100 meters. And of course, Ferdinand Omanyala officially has posted the fastest time in the world this year, 9.75. Just a week after, 9.79, just a week after he finished third behind Noah Lyles and Kim Blake in Jamaica, and he posted and said better things are coming, and of course he's just that. So the official results for the 100 meters are in, with Ferdinand Omanyala clinching the first position from lane number 4, 9.79, ahead of Mark Otieno, 10.12. So Mark Otieno still has a chance at the African Championships, where he has to make sure that he runs in between the 10-second mark, 10.00, to qualify for the Paris Olympic. But Ferdinand Omanyala, 9.79, fastest time. But right now, I can see former world Olympic champion in the mix, Mr. Conseslus Kipruto, and he leads from the front. Do you feel that he's here to participate, or he needs a ticket to Paris?
Of course, he needs a ticket to Paris. I remember he tried to compete at one of the Diamond Leagues, but he couldn't make it. But here today, he's here to redeem himself. He's here to make the team. He's here to run and qualify for that event. Remember that for you to qualify for Olympics, you have to run 9 minutes and 23 seconds. And that is possible if he runs here well today. And of course, if you can see the lineup, people like Abraham Kibiwot, his training, they train together with Conseslus. People like Simon Kiprop Koech. Simon Kiprop Koech is the under 20 world bronze medalist. Of course, he won bronze at the 2021 World Under 20 here in Nairobi. So these are the athletes who've been growing steadily in this event. And of course, like I said yesterday, I think there was a gap in this event, because when Kemboy handed over to Conseslus, there was no other strong athlete who came to take it over from Conseslus when he picked an injury. So, and that's the reason why we need more of these athletes to always train, and so that we can have a bigger number of these athletes. We don't want to depend on one athlete alone.
It's been a problem that has happened, especially after Kemboy retiring from the steeplechase, where we had Conseslus Kipruto just edging Bakali on the tape during the 2019 World Championships in Doha, Qatar. But right now, it's all about Serem Keegan. Of course, there is Simon Kiprop Koech, who's done really well. 8:18.45 is the time he posted coming into this one. But then Leonard Chimotai also posting very good time, 8 minutes 17.14 seconds coming into this one. And then there is Leonard Bett, 8 minutes 12.26. Serem, who looks to be in really good shape this year, 8 minutes 10.82. Abraham Kibiwot, 8 minutes 7.38 seconds. And of course, right now leading the way is Wesley Lagat, 8 minutes 26.04 seconds. Of course, watching the man also trying out is Philip Korir, currently the lead, of course, and Abraham Kibiwot currently hanging in there with 5 laps to go in this 3,000 meter steeplechase. We've talked about trying to dethrone the likes of Sofian El Bakali, the likes of Girma, who've really done really well. Lamecha Girma, of course, the world record holder in the 3,000 meter steeplechase, recorded last year in France. Conseslus Kipruto, of course, will be hoping that this time round it works his way. And that is Simon Koech now in second place.
Yeah, of course, they are in. There's 5 laps to go, and of course, I want to bring to your attention maybe who is leading this season. And of course, we have the Ethiopian Lamecha Girma, who has run 8:01.63, then followed by Samuel Fireu, of course, another Ethiopian with 8:05.78. We have Abraham Kibiwot with 8:07.38. Then Bakali, you remember Bakali also had an injury and he has come back very well. He ran 8:09.40. And of course, Getnet Wale, another Ethiopian. And Amos Rem is 7th with 8:10.82. And we have also some more athletes down here. So for Kenya to do well, they have to really improve. And of course, you've seen now Leonard Bett has taken the lead. He is now in front.
And I can see Benjamin Keegan really struggling. I think he's not shrugged off the injury that he had, and it's something that I can say is taking toll on him. He's really struggling to keep up pace with the rest of the field. But this is the 3,000 meter steeplechase. We are halfway, 4 laps to go in this one. And of course, watching at the likes of Mr. Benjamin Keegan, the likes of Wesley Langat. That is Abraham Kibiwot, currently in 2nd place with that unique running style. Of course, did well at the Commonwealth Games after a very disappointing campaign in Oregon. Simon Koech currently leading the way. As we know, this young man, of course, has what it takes to actually reign supreme in that steeplechase, and he knows that this is his time. So Koech leads Mr. Amos Abraham Kibiwot at the moment as they head towards the last 3 laps of this 3,000 meter steeplechase. Concessor Ruto still lagging behind. And of course, they'll be cheered on by Ezekiel Kemboi, former Olympic champion in the 3,000 meter steeplechase, won his last gold medal in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil in a very spectacular way. But that is Simon Kiprop Koech, born on 10th of June 2003. I think 4 days ago is when he celebrated his 21st birthday. Abraham Kibiwot currently in 2nd. And of course, Amos Rem in 3rd. It looks really familiar as they head towards the last 2 laps of this race. Simon Koech looks really strong. Kibiwot very strong. And of course, Amos Rem also trying. So it is a very tight one as it comes to the last 1.5 laps with Simon Koech, who many have said that he has the capability of toppling any athlete in this 3,000 meter steeplechase. Abraham Kibiwot just checking over his shoulder to see where Leonard Bett is. Simon Kiprop Koech still in cruise control of this one. Looks behind to check where Kibiwot is. It's still a tight one heading into the last lap as they head to the bell. It is Simon Kiprop Koech being cheered on. Abraham Kibiwot currently in 2nd. And now Amos Rem decides to take the front. Simon Koech in 2nd. Abraham Kibiwot in 3rd. This is tight. It is Amos Rem currently in the lead. Simon Koech says he got the answer to this one. Abraham Kibiwot grimacing in 3rd. But then it is Amos Rem leading the way. And of course, in 4th place, Amos Rem's younger brother. But it is Amos Rem on the home stretch. Down to the last water jump. Abraham Kibiwot seems to have resigned. It's between Simon Koech and Abraham Kibiwot, of course. And it is Amos Rem leading the way. Simon Kiprop Koech in 2nd into the last hurdle. It is not going to be Koech Day, but Abraham Kibiwot. It is Amos Rem winning that one. Simon Koech and of course Abraham Kibiwot in 3rd. The younger brother to Amos Rem, Mr. Edwin Serem, also coming in 3rd. Edmund Serem finishes 4th in that race that has been won by Amos Serem. His brother came in 4th, just closing that gap. Simon Koech, of course, coming in and of course getting a hug from Ezekiel Kemboi, former champion in the 3,000 meter steeplechase.
Yeah, it's so nice seeing Kemboi hugging these athletes, and I think also Matelong is there. and they are trying to encourage these athletes. Yes, I've seen that is Matelong in the Kenyan jersey, and of course Ezekiel Kemboi giving them congratulations. It was a good race, and of course for those who don't know, Kenya has been doing so well since 1968 when Amos Biwott brought the medal home. Amos Biwott won a gold medal, and of course Benjamin Kogo managed to win a silver medal. 1972 at the Munich Games, Kipchoge Keino bagged the gold medal, and then of course Ben Jipcho bagged the silver medal. Come 1984, Julius Korir won a gold medal. Julius Karaoke, 1988 at the Seoul Games, of course, with Peter Koech winning silver medal. 1992, Matthew Berer and Patrick Sang and William Utwal. It was a podium sweep at the 1992 Barcelona Games. 1996, we had Joseph Keter and Moses Kiptanui winning gold and silver medals respectively. Come 2000, Ruben Kosgei and Wilson Boyd Kipketer managed to win a gold and silver medals respectively. And then of course 2004, now Ezekiel Kemboi came in winning ahead of Bremin Kipruto and Paul Kipsiele. It was a podium finish again. 2008 we had Beijing Games, Bremin Kipruto winning, and then Richard Matelong winning a bronze medal. And then 2012, Ezekiel Kemboi and Abel Mutai bagged a bronze medal, with Kemboi winning a gold medal. 2016, Conseslus Kipruto won a gold medal. It was only one medal. Okay, let me hand over to Charity, who wants to talk to Zarem. Over to you, Charity.
Leo naweza sema ya kwamba mbio iko mbaya. Vile vile kulikuwa na mashindano mkubwa sana kati yetu, kila mtu alikuwa na nguvu sana, lakini tulingangana yetu yote. Na nashukuru sana na niko na furaha mno kwa vile nimeweza kuingia katika ile timu ya Olympics ambayo ni mara yangu ya kwanza kushiriki. Nashukuru Mungu kwa hayo, na pia nashukuru wale wote ambao walinisaidia, akiongozwa na kocha wangu John Kimeto kutoka Silibwe Training Camp, na vile mafisha wangu na washukuru sana. So kile kitu ambayo naweza sema ni kwamba nikifika ama ile wakati tutakapoenda Paris, nitahakikisha kwamba tumesaidiana na wenzangu ili kuweza kurudisha ile ushindi yetu ya Steeplechase. Tukiongozwa na baba yao hapa. It's a great measure to us. Thank you.
India imekuwa vipi? And umekuwa umepotelea.
Hii timu nimeona ni vijana wazuri, nimekuwa nao kwa muda, na ningependa tu kusema between now na Olympics tutakuwa nao kambi kwa mazoezi na wapea tactics na promise wa Kenya kule Paris 1 2 3. Asante.
Serem, umekimbia na Koech mkiwa under 20, mumekimbia naye pia kwa Diamond League na pia mmeweza ku make team Kenya. Unafikiria sasa wakati imefika kwa nyinyi kuweza kuleta the medal nyumbani?
Ya kwanza napenda kushukuru Mwenyezi Mungu kwa siku ya leo ambaye ametufanya tukaamka vizuri, tukakuja kukompete vizuri. Ya leo napenda kusema asante. Tumekimbia vizuri, nikapata kuwa mshindi wa kwanza. Napenda kushukuru Mwenyezi Mungu.
Abraham, we also have the Commonwealth champion. Abraham, usai uzoefu iko. Finally, medali inarudi nyumbani?
Sorry?
Medali inarudi nyumbani?
Ndakane tupromise Kenya tutaenda shirikiana huko. Ilikuwa kitu ya kwanza ilikuwa tungangane tukate team, and then after kata team tutakuja tutapanga na coaches, tutapanga na wenzangu ili tutaenda kukimbia pale. Ilikuwa kitu ya maana ilikuwa kupata tiketi ya kwenda kule Paris.
Abraham, uko na experience zaidi ya Serem na Koech, wamegraduate kutoka juzi from junior mpaka sai senior. Nini mnapanga as a team vile mtafanya ndo at least muweze kupambana na ushindani wa El Bakari na wengine?
Unaona, tukikimbia tulikuwa tunaongea na Koech. Koech alikuwa ananiambia ati niache waende mbele alafu mimi nichukue namba 3. but tulifanya hivyo vile tulikuwa tumeongea, so tulikuwa tumeplan vizuri after tumeenda mbele la pili ya mwisho, ikabidi tuongee na hawa akaniambia nikakaa nikangoja kwa pite, halafu mimi number 3.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
That was we started with Simon Koech and Amos Serem. They just graduated from the junior. Yes, the World Championship was their first senior event, and now we feel that they're ready to tackle the team. And we also have Abraham Kibiwato, Commonwealth champion. He's saying that he's ready. They've done what they discussed, and he's hoping that they'll be able to team up. The two-time Olympics champion Ezekiel Kemboi is saying that he's going to be mentoring them and correcting and to ensure that finally we have the medal that we really long for again. Over to you, to Rotich and Muleni, as we focus on the relays, where we also have our team, our visiting team, Botswana, Uganda, and Sudan competing also.
Thank you, Charity. That was Charity talking to the 3 champions, of course, and of course the former Olympic and world champion Ezekiel Kemboi, who was really excited to welcome the athlete at the finish line. So I was giving you a history about the athletes who performed well over the years, and in Rio we had Conseslus Kipruto in 2016 who managed to win a gold. He was the only athlete who managed to win a gold medal, a medal that time. That was a gold medal for him. Of course, Evan Jaga came in second, and from United States, and my Hedine Mekise Benabad from France. And of course in 2020 Kenya settled for a bronze medal through Benjamin Kigen, with El Bakali from Morocco winning a gold medal, with Lamecha Girma winning a silver medal. Of course it's another year, it's 2024, and we are heading to Paris. Will the 3 athletes from Kenya redeem what we have lost to the other countries? It's a matter of wait and see. And of course, if we look at the World Championships, since 1991, Moses Kiptanui winning a gold medal. He repeated in 1993 at the Stuttgart. Of course, Moses Kiptanui went for another 3rd title at the Gothenburg. Actually, he won 3 medals back to back. And then we have Wilson Boyd in 1997 at the Athens Games. Then Christopher Kosgei in 1999. Come 2001, Edmonton, Ruben Kosgei. And then Saif Sahid Shaheen, who was representing Qatar, and of course he's a Kenyan born, managed to win 2003 and 2005